Hey there, welcome back to A House from Trees. So last week I worked on routing out some of the last beams for the floor system and the roof, and I had to take them down to Billy's. Henry Hudson of Henry's Concrete came by and poured a footing, and I buried a cloud. Alright, this week I went down to Billy's, like I said, and he and I figured out a way to take 2 inches off of each of these beams. So this is the roof system here. And a lot of these are pine that I cut in late 2014, early 2015, so they're really dry. So I can lift them and move them around. And it's nice because this is going to be the roof, so this will be pretty easy to work with. It's really satisfying having kind of all these done and ready to go. So Henry and his crew showed up and they started drilling here for the rebar where the frost wall is going to be. Pretty efficient little system they have here, unloading the forms and starting to set up the form to pour the concrete. His crew was there the next day, filling in this 8-inch, 8-foot deep trench in Coleman concrete. There they are, phenomenal as always. Boy, those guys can hustle. Filling in that form that I made for the post here. I'll get to the hiccup of that later, but this went really well and it's kind of nice. This is a shot that I just really kind of liked Henry and one of his fellows working. Just the efficiency, kind of the system that they have of movement kind of working together, separated by this concrete wall and this frost wall. So they pulled the forms off the next day, and there it is. Let it set up for 24 hours. Pretty impressive new piece of rock. So my neighbor, who knows a little bit about everything, fantastic help, came by and helped me install the sewer drain before I began backfilling with the fill that I had taken out of the trench for the frost wall back a couple weeks ago. And once again with that 1970 something John Deere 350B, my goodness. I literally couldn't be doing all this myself without the use of this thing. So thank you again, Steve Olson, for the use of that. So this is my neighbor again. He spent a lot of time with me this week. I was I'm amazingly fortunate to have his help. Should have the saw down at the other end. Absolute wealth of knowledge, and he kind of came by at an opportune time to he answers so many questions that I don't know the answer to because he used to be a builder and he knows what he's doing. It's really, really lucky that he's willing to spend some time with me. So this is going to be the front of the house. It's pretty satisfying getting some carpentry done finally.
That was free. Well,
This is going to, this is about right where I discovered that I buried this box of concrete in about the wrong spot. It needed to be back towards the foundation about 6, maybe 8 inches. So we spent the better part of the morning doing that, moving that, and I didn't need to film it, but I did need to mention it. Mistakes are made.
Go! Holy shit, we're done!
But then
I don't know
this.
about that. No, we're done!
So I had to tune up the top a little bit to get ready for placing the big laminated beam, which I was given 3 of these massive lam beams earlier in the year by my neighbor up the road, Ben. He got them from work, couldn't use them, so I laminated 2 of them together and scabbed on a little bit on the end, so I got a 22.5 foot long, 10-inch deep, 11.5-inch wide beam that should hopefully be able to hold up the world, because this is going to have some serious point loading. I've got about 20 12-inch carriage bolts in sandwiching it together. So here my neighbor and I are kind of just getting this dialed in, and again, without that machine, I just don't know how we'd do it. We'd figure out a way, but it'd be a lot slower and a lot harder and a lot more physically demanding.
Is it even screwed in at all?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I was up there jumping on that.
No, because I didn't do that.
I'm gonna ride up with you.
All right.
Because I'm gonna eat some lunch.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
take a little load off here for a second.
Yep.
God damn.
Let me
Actually, I got the scooter. I'll take that up.
Well, tune in next week. There is almost certainly going to be more of this, and this is probably the kind of thing that's going to be on the Buzz Huxley channel for the next few weeks, month, until the raising, which I think is going to happen right around the first weekend of November, if all goes according to plan. And it appears I'm sticking to that schedule right now. I've got some work to do, but it's looking good. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.